Hola a todos, bienvenidos, bienvenidas al canal. Vamos a continuar con Mass Effect aquí en la Ciudadela. Que menudo viciote me estoy pegando. O sea, llevo aquí pegado 3 capítulos ya, ¿vale? O sea, no os digo nada. En fin, no me pasaba esto desde hace muchísimos años con un juego. Pero bueno, aparte que no, el tener tanto tiempo no es habitual, ¿vale? Pero encima el dedicarlo íntegramente a un juego, por mi parte creo que es buena señal hacia ese juego, ¿eh? Pero bueno. Vale, después de este pedazo o de ese pedazo de capítulo anterior que tuvimos con el tema de la ciudadela, una cantidad de lore bestial, para los que no lo hayáis visto y hayáis decidido saltarlo y demás, pues que sepáis que os vais a perder algunas cositas interesantes, incluso el que encontramos un par de misiones para hacer más adelante. Os vais a perder mucho lore del bueno. De acuerdo, pues vamos a la torre de la ciudadela, ya que no podemos seguir explorando más zonas de la ciudadela. Mira qué traes.
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
Ojo la música, Ay, no. Ostras. El juego original te tirabas ahí como 3 minutos, ¿eh? Madre mía, cómo ha cambiado la cosa. Jolín. ¿Qué es esto? Nada, vale. Hombre.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Come across anything I should know about?
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Gracias, Garrus. Nos veremos dentro de poco. Esto no es un spoiler, creo que todo el mundo sabe que Garrus va a ser compañero nuestro, ¿no? Vamos, si no lo sabéis, pues disculpadme, pero va a ser compañero. Nuestro queridísimo Garrus Vicarian. Madre mía, esa pronunciación. El Vicarian, el tío Vicarian. Venga, va. Vamos a ponernos un poco serios. Es que estoy de contento. No sabéis lo contento que estoy con este juego. O sea, por aquí hay mucha tela y posiblemente... A ver si recuerdo yo algunas cositas que había por aquí escondidas. Cuando digo cositas, esto no se abre, ¿no? A ver, ¿puedo verlo aquí? No, estas cosas no se abren, pero creo que aquí hay un tipo. ¿Qué te pasa? Estás triste aquí solo. Vale, aquí hay un tipo que... Vicealmirante Kahoku. Creo que sí, que era este.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants. Commander?
¿No te puedo interrumpir?
Commander?
Vale, no, perdona. Bueno, pues debe ser quizás más adelante. O me estoy confundiendo de señor.
No, I just want to ask a couple of questions.
¿Qué te pasa?
Commander?
Vale, no, bueno, ya está. Quizá me estoy confundiendo, ¿eh? Vale, pero yo juraría que ese tipo, si no es ahora, va a ser luego, obviamente.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. But the Volus? No. The Hanar are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
You may be right, though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
You just don't like them because you have trouble understanding them.
Los Hanar... No sé por qué, pero tengo yo clavada una espinita con los Hanar y no sé por qué es. A lo mejor son cosas mías, ¿eh? Porque no recuerdo nada, en serio. Pero lo de los Hanar... No sé, a lo mejor es Una tontería. Vale, pues no, pues pensaba yo que quizás aquí podíamos encontrar algo, pero de momento no. Vamos a seguir avanzando. Capitán.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
No.
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
Poco podemos hacer
This
aquí.
meeting is adjourned.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job.
Oh.
I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The Ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
I thought you said he was a drunken loser.
Couldn't hurt to go talk to him. Just be careful. I wouldn't call him reliable.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars, it causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skyllian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the Council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the Council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
A ver, el tema del Capitán Anderson, en parte tiene razón, pero en otra parte se le nota que está muy dolido, ¿vale? O sea, está muy dolido por lo que pasó con Saren y quizás por el impedimento de haber ascendido más en su carrera por culpa de eso, ¿vale? O es lo que deja entrever, ¿no? Un poco.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
Tienen mucho poder para bien y para mal, ¿eh?
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
¿Os imagináis 100 Separs por ahí? O sea, bueno, no Separs, pero bueno, me entendéis, ¿no? 100... o 100 Saren, no sé qué sería peor, por ahí... Uf, no sé, qué miedito.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
Luego habíamos oído sobre ese tema. Vale, el tema de Harkin. ¿Le pregunta por Harkin?
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
Bueno, hay un dicho por ahí que no sé cómo es, pero me lo voy a inventar, que es que una vida de logros no justifica que luego la cagues. ¿Sabes lo que te digo? O sea, el que tengas muchas medallas y luego tú vuelves un hijo de tal, en fin. Vale, ¿algo más por aquí? ¿Otras pistas?
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
Vale.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Barla Vaughn, pero ese tipo ya hablamos con él. Es una croqueta de esta. Mira, qué falta de respeto por mi parte. ¿Es un bolus? ¿Se llaman? Ostras, que me lío ahora con las especies. Bolus.
That guy's up to something.
What guy?
The one over by the keeper.
Se supone que no se puede molestar a los cuidadores. ¿Qué haces?
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
¿Qué te crees que no te he visto? ¿Que estabas ahí enredando?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Just tell me what you're doing. I'm not here to get you into trouble.
All right. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
Olin, que sobrado vas ahí, macho.
I'm Commander Shepard, with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
Vale.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
Vale, la verdad que no sé qué tipo de... A ver, si lo digo bien. No sé qué tipo de repercusiones puede tener esta misión, tanto si la hago como si no. No lo recuerdo, sinceramente. Entonces, la exploración del cuidador se ha transferido a la base de datos. Nos da experiencia y dinerito. Pues vale. Pues no nos va a costar nada el darnos una vueltecilla de vez en cuando y buscar a los cuidadores, ¿no? Por aquí no hay ninguno. Tampoco me voy a volver loco. Pero bueno, allí sé que hay otro. Vale, voy a ir a ver si me deja hablar ese tipo con él. Os juro que es que yo tengo metido entre ceja y ceja que ese tío da una misión, el vicealmirante Kahoku. Pero a lo mejor me han venido arriba yo.
No, I haven't spoken to him before. This is the first time I've requested an audience. Commander.
Nada, pues vale, bueno, ok. Oye, ¿tenéis algo que decir vosotros?
I like that fountain. It's very soothing.
I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive positions if this place is ever attacked.
Madre mía, Williams, tú ves todo el lado bonito de las cosas, ¿eh? Vale. Por cierto, el embajador Udina, o como leche se llame, lógicamente es un político. Obviamente, como político es como si te hubiera metido el palo de una escoba por el cierto sitio donde no da el sol. Pero en el fondo, lo que nos ha dicho tiene mucha razón, ¿vale? O sea, que sí, que hay que ver las cosas como político para entenderle. Pero sí. Hay que tener muy en cuenta la posición de ese hombre, si bien como político que es, seguramente pues lo que buscan el 90% de los políticos. Vamos a dejar un margen de un 10%, por si acaso, pero lo que buscan la mayoría de los políticos, que es poder, controlar y pues eso. ¿Qué os voy a contar de cómo está el mundo? Por favor, musiquita de ascensor.
I can't believe the council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural they'd take his word over ours.
Oh, so now we just chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his Geth troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics.
Ya, yo también. ¿Qué quieres que te diga? ¿Quieres dejar de poner posturitas, Williams? Como la leche. Vale. No sé si el tema de Parlabon es algo opcional. Es algo opcional. Diario. Misiones. Vamos a ver. Ve a ver a Parlabon. Habla con Harkin. Investiga a Saren. Vale, tenemos todo esto. Y aquí tenemos lo de examinar a los cuidadores, que son 20. No sé si habrá más, o están 20 y ya está. Habla con el general Septimus, que nos la ha mandado la consorte. Y esto ya son las misiones las que encontramos que se hacen fuera, una vez que nos dejen un poco a nuestra bola. Vale. Vamos a aprovechar que ya conocemos a Bar. Ya estamos. ¿Qué? ¿Qué ha pasado?
You're creating a public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
¿Qué está pasando?
This one is unsure why the other would not wish word of the enkindlers to be spread.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Are there laws being broken here?
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
Bueno, tú.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
A ver, en parte estoy de acuerdo con que tampoco puedes permitir que la gente se vuelva muy loca con estos temas, pero hombre, también está un poco la libertad de expresión y esas cosas, tío. ¿La pasáis por el forro aquí o qué?
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Ya estamos. Como que medusa, ¿veis? ¿Veis lo que os digo? Hay una cantidad de falta de respeto aquí por seres tan... bueno, lo que sea.
Do you desire to learn of the enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
What's going on here?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the enkindlers.
A ver, vamos primero al tema y luego le preguntamos.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
Bueno, macho, pero la ley es la ley, ¿no crees? A lo mejor deberías de pagar un permiso.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit? The truth of the enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed. Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
La libertad religiosa. A ver, amigo, pero si hay... Las leyes están para algo y hay que respetarlas. ¿Qué quieres que te diga? Háblame de los domines esos.
Who are the enkindlers? Your people know them as the Proteans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
A ver. A ver, si los Hanar... Es lo que os... que me lío. Es lo que os he dicho antes. Me parecen muy sinceros y demás, pero en el fondo también me preocupa un poco sus maneras de actuar, y ya lo veréis más adelante. Es que son muy raritos. Me gustaría ayudarle, pero está violando la ley.
Is this really how you want to represent the enkindlers? The truth of the enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Uy, mira, aquí tenemos decisiones de estas... Ah, pero no tenemos nivel suficiente. Cuidado con estas misiones, que todavía estamos cortitos de nivel, ¿eh? Esto es para el tema de la virtud y la rebeldía, ¿vale? Pero sale en gris porque no podemos. A ver, venga, va.
What if I purchase the evangelical permit for you? Finances are only a partial limitation. This one does not believe that one should pay in order to speak the truth. However, this one also does not possess the 150 credits necessary to purchase the permit.
Tomanda.
150 credits? This should cover you. This is a most appreciated action. You are not of the Hanar, but you wish to help spread the truth of the enkindlers. This one will not cause any further trouble for the CSEC officer. This one offers its thanks.
Vale, bueno, seguramente podríamos haberlo solucionado de otra manera, pero lo dicho, aún no tenemos nivel para ciertas misiones por el tema de la virtud y demás, así que quizás vamos a intentar evitar estas misiones para un poco más adelante, hay que tener cuidado.
I see the Hanar has left. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
Vale, experiencia, un medigel. Oh, vale, gracias. Lo del medigel, que es así por las manos. Oye, esto del medigel ahora viene que te cagas, ¿no? Por el tema de que estamos todo el día con los geles estos hidroalcohólicos y mascarillas y historias varias. En fin. Yo voy a seguir con estos tipos. Por cierto, vamos a ver. Lo dicho, vamos a ir a hablar, eso, que me estaba despistando. Vamos a ir a hablar con Barlabón. A ver si podemos... No sé, sacar algo de información, ¿vale? Que te asfixias, hermano. No sé si por aquí tendremos algún keep. Estaba aquí dentro, ¿verdad? Sí. ¿Qué tal, hombre?
Is there anything I can do for you today, Commander?
Venga, no, directamente vamos a seguir, ¿eh?
I've heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
Así, zas, en toda la boca.
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. And I do know something about Saren.
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune. But these are exceptional circumstances. So I am going to give it to you for free.
What's the catch?
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business until Saren turned on him.
Saren's turned on a lot of people lately.
I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it. A Krogan mercenary.
Un mercenario Krogan.
That's not much to go on.
I just told you that the most famous Spectre in the galaxy betrayed the Shadow Broker. Quite a bargain, considering the price. Speak with the Krogan if you want to learn more. I heard he was paying a visit to Citadel security. If you hurry, you might catch him before he leaves the academy.
Vale, vale. Que lo tenemos aquí en la ciudadela.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Vale, vale. A ver si le sacamos información sobre el corredor sombrío.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Sí, ¿qué te crees tú que no lo va a decir?
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed? But they've got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no matter how many secrets you buy, you can never win.
Vale, o sea, me está diciendo que más que una persona realmente es como si fuera un grupo, ¿no? De personas. Bueno, ya lo veremos en el futuro, supongo.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander. I'll leave that to you.
De acuerdo, pues gracias, Parla.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
De acuerdo, pues parece ser que tenemos que ir al SecC sí o sí. Para buscar a Garrus y para buscar al tipo este. Y con tipo me refiero a ese mercenario Krogan. Vale. Consorte. Espérate, entonces a lo mejor ya puedo hacer solo distritos. Vale, vale, vale. Entonces es hacia el otro sitio. Me quiero suponer que ya me van a dejar bajar a los distritos. Perdón. Madre mía, de verdad que este hombre necesita hacer cardio. Vete a correr por las mañanas. Un poco. What? ¿Pero tú qué haces aquí? No me deja hablar con él. Eso era otra vez el mismo. A ti te escaneo, sí, ¿verdad? Sí. Maravilloso, genial. A los distritos, venga, vámonos.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Si quieres, la gente se vuelve loca por irse de colono cuando saben que la mayoría de las colonias están siendo atacadas. De acuerdo, pues hemos llegado a otra zona. Zona con mucha gente. ¿Es Garrus?
Do you really think we'll find him down here?
He always stops in for a few games of Quasar before he makes his drop.
Fist is gonna be pissed if we take down his supplier.
That's the point. We want him angry. Angry people make mistakes.
There's just something about Fist that makes me nervous.
Good. He's a dangerous man. Now keep your eyes peeled for our mark.
Están hablando de un tal Puño. No sé quién es Puño. De acuerdo. Oye, lo de los vestiditos estos, ¿qué pasa? ¿Que están de moda o qué? Hola. Vamos a ir a un escanercillo de esos guapos. Aquí no hay nada más. O sea, es como una especie de área de paso, sí. Los distritos. Caigan a su bola.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Protean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
Es que... Es que los Hanar son muy de sus cosas que hay aquí. Vale. Mira, tenemos el mercado. Mercado superior. Mercado inferior. Almacén de expat. No sé qué es eso. Al flux. Academia del segmento C. Rapid Trans a la Ciudadela. Y eso es la doctora Mitchell. ¿Por qué me suena a mí lo de la doctora Mitchell? No lo sé. Tú me vienes, que no veas. Voy a entrar por aquí, por el callejón. Oye, el callejón, sí, muy acogedor el tema de la luz y tal, pero podéis poner un poquito más de luz, ¿no? Este sitio te pueden emboscar. O te pueden atracar, o vete tú a saber qué te... El antro de Chora. Uy, ya aquí tenemos que venir para algo. ¿Y esto qué es, tío? El almacén de Morlan. ¿Esto qué es? ¿Algún tipo de...? Hola.
Hello there. Welcome to Morland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Armaduras no humanas, objetos estándar. A ver si tengo alguna licencia. Madre mía, hay veces que sepa, se queda con una mirada así como de que parece que se ha tomado algo. Madre mía, qué precios, hermano. Vale, bueno. Yo lo que vengo es a por esto. Una licencia para que... A ver, más que nada, comprando esto, lo que hace es que no tengamos que estar viniendo aquí a comprar, ¿sabes? Lo que os digo. Que la mayoría de estas cosas que tenemos aquí, si no me equivoco, las va a tener nuestro intendente, ¿vale? Por decirlo de alguna manera. Esto es lo que a lo mejor sí que nos va a tocar volver. No sé si... No sé cómo irá el tema de si tenemos que venir aquí en concreto a por esto o ya nuestro intendente también nos lo venderá. No lo sé. Vale. Algo de interés. Mirad, aquí tenemos un Krogan. Cómo me encanta la variedad, de verdad. Y pensar que si lo hubieran hecho... Vamos a ver... sí, es que si lo hubieran hecho de otra manera con el tema de Mass Effect. Ya con el 3 ya empezaron a cagarlo poco. Pero si lo hubieran hecho de otra manera... Y pensar que esta gente podría haber estado a la altura, que de hecho lo que viene siendo la trilogía original lo está, pero en cuanto a historias, desarrollo, lore y todo eso, y pensar que hubieran podido estar a la altura de sagas como Star Wars, y cosas así, o sea. Ay, madre mía.
Is that really? Wow, it's you.
¿Perdona?
You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
Creo que se le fue un poco de las manos, entonces.
I spend most of the time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
¿Serio?
Anything for a fan. Here.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again.
¿Qué acaba de pasar ahora mismo? Mira, Kaidan está como diciendo... ¿Qué narices acaba de pasar? Que me han pedido un autógrafo, tú. En fin. Hola.
Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
What colonies are you talking about?
Oh, my mistake, Earth Clan. I assumed... It doesn't matter. Pharos? Noveria? Well, if you haven't heard of them yet, I'm sure you will soon. But it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
Eso está bien. Pero, ¿qué es eso de Noveria y de Pharos?
What can you tell me about Noveria?
The corporate capital of the Attican Traverse. Very cold. Very snowy. I don't get too many clients from there. They all have their own private suppliers.
Vale.
I'd like to know more about Pharos.
It's an old Prothean world. Their buildings still litter the surface. The humans aren't the first to colonize it, but they are the most recent. I just realized I haven't heard from my contact on that planet for some time. Ah, well, I'm sure he's fine.
Bueno, seguramente que sabremos algo más de esos planetas pronto. Enséñame tu mercancía.
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
Vale, a ver si este tipo también tiene... Madre mía. Licencia, efectivamente. Licencia de la Alianza Elcos para oficial de suministros de la Normandía. También tiene... ¿Es la misma? ¿La de 2? Creo que sí. Vale, pues nos vamos a quedar sin pasta solo comprando las malditas licencias. Hola.
Best place on this ward to buy upgrades.
Menudos trajes que llevan. Molan un montón. A ver, el diseño me recuerda mucho a unos personajes que aparecían en la película El Quinto Elemento. Unos personajes que aparecen además al principio de la película. Pero en pequeñito, ¿no? Pero sí. Bueno, también aparecían al final. Por cierto, peliculón, ¿eh? El Quinto Elemento. ¿Qué sonidos haces, tío? El Quinto Elemento, peliculón, ¿eh?
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this model.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
Really, that's impressive. Usually you humans can't tell one Turian from another.
This was the place. Now, are you going to give me a refund or not?
Do you have your proof of purchase?
What? No, I don't think you ever gave me one.
I'm sorry, then. I can't help.
But, what do you...
Can't help you.
Tío, no haber perdido el ticket. ¿No sabes que los tickets son importantes? Bueno, tú, este tiene una pinta mafioso que tira atrás. No me quiero meter en embolados.
Commander Shepard? Excuse me, Commander Shepard.
Emily... Uy, ya me acuerdo yo de esta señorita.
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
Hombre, ¿podemos utilizar un poco a la prensa en nuestro favor?
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
You've got to have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. I've read your file. If anyone is going to uncover corruption here, it's the hero of the Skillian Blitz.
Ataque esquiliano, eso es por lo que elegimos en el trasfondo de nuestro personaje de héroe de guerra. Va por ahí los tiros, ¿vale?
How do you know I'm investigating anything here on the Citadel?
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
Ya veremos.
No promises. But if I find anything relating to your case, I'll inform you.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
Vale. Hay que tener cuidado con la prensa, ¿Qué es esto?
Big place.
That your professional opinion, sir?
This isn't a station. It's a city.
There must be millions here. It can't be possible to track everyone coming and going.
This makes Jump Zero look like a porta-john. And it's the largest deep space station the Alliance has.
Jump Zero is big. But this is a whole nother scale. Look at the ward arms. How do they keep all that mass from flying apart?
The Council represents more races than I thought. No wonder they're careful with newcomers.
They probably just want to keep everything running. It has to be hard keeping all these cultures working together.
Or maybe they just don't like humans.
All right, secure the chatter. We're all FNGs here, but we don't need to make it obvious.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Pues sí, el conseguir que culturas diferentes se lleven bien es muy difícil. No sé si seguirá viendo por aquí algunas cositas importantes. ¿Por qué no me marca esto? Al presidio... Ah, vale. Esto es... Esto nos lleva por donde hemos venido, ¿no? Sí, efectivamente. Sí, vale. Al flux. Vale, dame un segundo que voy a revisar un momento. ¿Qué es esto? Probablemente no sea la última vez que hayas visto a Conrad. ¿Qué de malo en hablar con él la próxima vez que os encontréis? Ah, que es una misión. Qué cosa más rara, ¿no? El cazarrecompensas Crown está siendo interrogado en la academia. Vale. Ve al antro de Chora en los distritos inferiores. El antro de Chora. Vale, antro de Chora o la academia del SECC. ¿Y dónde está el antro de Chora? Doctora Mitchell. No tengo ni idea. Vamos a seguir avanzando por aquí y ya está. Ya vamos a ir descubriendo cosillas. ¿Otra? ¿Pero que es lo mismo que antes? Ah, no. Doctora Mitchell, doctora Chloe Mitchell. ¿De qué me suena esta tía, macho? ¿De qué me suenas tú?
Hello there, Commander. I'm Dr. Chloe Michel. Is there something I can do for you?
Ese acentazo, de Francia.
You're a doctor. How did you end up here on the Citadel?
My parents brought me here when I was young. My father was a medic with the Alliance. I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea of fun.
Vale.
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
Junte un acentazo francés que lo flipáis. Kit médico, ¿qué es esto? Mejora de armadura. Un sistema de microprocesadores conectados al traje de combate controla funciones vitales y libera pequeñas dosis localizadas de Medigel para acelerar el proceso de curación, +1 a regeneración de salud por segundo. Coge aire. Sistema de microprocesadores. Ostras, esto mola y no es caro, ¿no? Este sí, pero este no. Ah, solo uno. Cago en la leche. Vale, venga. Nos quedamos sin dineros, ¿eh? Nos quedamos sin dinero. Armadura. Este. Yo quiero este. El baratito para mí, para que veáis, ¿eh? Para que veáis. Ashley, tú tienes regeneración pasiva. Así que... por ser soldado... Así que se lo voy a poner a mi amigo Kaidan. ¿Qué es esto? Oh, es verdad. Que podemos rellenar así de gratis en los puestos de Medigel las cositas. No sé. Doctora Chloe Michel. O Michelle. Chloe Michel. Me quiero suponer. Por el acento que tiene. De acuerdo. Vale. Vámonos hacia abajo. Me parece que este va a ser otro capítulo largo. Os aviso. Oficial Lan. Cuidado. Hola.
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right? I was on Mindwar during the Blitz. Saw you on the vids when you got your medal. You saved the whole colony.
Looks like you have a fan.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I just never thought I'd meet someone like you in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Pues a lo mejor me echas una mano, hombre.
Do you know a CSEC officer named Harkin?
I shouldn't really say too much. He's been on the force a lot longer than me. But I've heard things, you know? Drinking on the job, taking bribes, that kind of thing. Rumors mostly, but they suspended him, so some of it must be true.
Cuando el río suena...
Why'd you join Citadel Security?
I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Maybe it's in my blood. My grandfather was a cop back on Earth. It's kind of what CSEC is. Police for the Citadel. I'm still pretty new at it, but I like it so far. Way more interesting than staying back on Earth. You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens, like those Hanar. Wild. Plus, CSEC gets a lot of respect here. We uphold the law. People, even aliens, appreciate that.
Otro comentario racista. La gente lo agradece, incluso los aliens. Claro, los aliens no son gente. Os lo he dicho que hay mucho racismo, ¿eh? Pero mucho. En fin.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Just the stuff they show in the vids. They always make them out to be super agents on secret missions to save the galaxy. I know it's not really like that, though. Some of the other CSEC guys don't like them too much. Figure they shouldn't be able to operate outside the law. But if they were so bad, the Council wouldn't use them, right?
Supongo.
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
Sigue lo tuyo, amigo. Vale. ¿Dónde vamos por aquí? La academia. Ah, vale, genial. ¿Dónde puñetas estará el antro de Chora ese?
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Polín, es verdad eso que digan. Los humanos confundís a los turianos. Ostras, es que me cago en la leche. ¿Y esa música? Es que se parecen mucho a algunos, ¿eh?
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Wrex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Yes, human.
I'm trying to bring down Saren. Barlavon said to talk to you.
Barlavon is a wise man. We may share a common goal, human.
Enlighten me.
I've been hired to kill the owner of Cora's Den, a man named Fist. He did something very foolish.
What did he do?
He betrayed the Shadow Broker. A Quarian showed up here on the Citadel. She was on the run. She wanted to trade information for a safe place to hide, so she went to Fist. He promised to arrange a meeting between her and the Shadow Broker. Instead, he contacted Saren.
What does Saren have to do with this?
Well, the Quarian has something that connects Saren to the Geth. He paid Fist a small fortune for her.
If we get our hands on that evidence, we can prove that Saren's a traitor. And the Council will have to listen to us.
Where's the Quarian now?
Last I heard, Fist still had her. Probably somewhere inside his club. You help me kill Fist, she's all yours.
I want to know more about your employer.
Can't tell you much. All I got was a coded message with the details of the job. Standard procedure.
What about Garrus, that Turian? He wants to take Saren down too.
He might come in handy.
He was here just before you showed up. Said he was going to follow up a lead on his investigation. Wanted to speak to the doctor at the med clinic.
Move out.
Una doctora... ¿La doctora Michelle? Ostras. Vale, podemos llevarnos a Wrex, a Kaidan y a Ashley. Me cago en la leche. No sé si va a ser buena idea. Uf, es que cuidadito con Wrex y su genio. Venga, va, vamos a confiar un poco, ¿vale? Lo siento, Ashley, te vas para la nave un rato, ¿eh? Mirar aquí el colega, menudo picharraco de tío. Pelotón, tontón, tiene 10 puntos. ¿Hemos subido de nivel o qué? Ah, no, vale, que lo tiene él ahí acumulado. De acuerdo, pues este señor... ¿Este señor qué es? Un señor de guerra Krogan. Señor de la guerra Krogan. Creo que es uno de los últimos señores de la guerra Krogan, ya que su especie está desapareciendo, cosa que el resto de la galaxia agradece. Curioso. Ya leeremos más del tema de los Krogan. En este caso, mejora la regeneración de salud, aumenta la resistencia física y aumenta el daño del ataque cuerpo a cuerpo. Esto es un tanque, pero fijaros, esto es un tanque en toda regla. Y encima puede utilizar poderes bióticos. Y es una especie de híbrido entre soldado y un adepto, ¿vale? Por así decirlo. Mejora de escudo, forma física, armadura pesada. Bueno. Escopetas. Eso sí, a melee el tío. Bueno, a melee. Me gustaría ir a escopetas con Wrex. ¿Sabéis lo que os digo? Vamos a activarle esto. Vamos a subirle un par de puntitos aquí. Subirle un par de puntitos aquí. Y 1, 2, 3, 4. Y vamos a empezar a meterle escopetas. Sí. Me gustaría que este tío fuera con escopetas. Bueno, este tío, este bicharraco. ¿Qué llevas aquí? Vamos a ver. Tengo yo por aquí varias escopetas. ¿Estos son las escopetas? Sí. Tengo yo por aquí alguna escopeta que puede ser que te mole, ¿vale? Como esta, la Hurricane. A ver, contraorgánicos. Fuerza de arma. Creo que lo de fuerza del arma es eso, que hace que se derriben los enemigos, pero no lo tengo muy claro. Te voy a poner contraorgánicos y mod creo que no tengo. Ah, sí tengo. Estabilidad de arma. Venga, toma. Te pongo estabilidad del arma. No quería hacer eso. Perdón. Toma. Esa pipa también. ¿Quieres otro rifle? Ah, no, son los mismos. Vale, y en este caso, para que él pueda utilizar alguna armadura de las que llevamos, debe de ser una armadura que no sea, que sea no humana. ¿Vale? Y en este caso lleva Mercenari 1. No sé si podemos leer algo aquí. Una armadura media, no. Ariake es un conglomerado electrónico de la Tierra conocido por sus omniherramientas de gama alta. Recientemente ha diversificado su negocio desarrollando una línea de armaduras de gama alta con tejido ablativo que aumenta la protección. Me quiero suponer que las armaduras que utiliza Wrex son armaduras no humanas, obviamente, porque es una tortuga. Por si os preguntáis qué es un Krogan, los Krogan son tortugas con muy mala leche, ¿vale? O sea, es una tortuga, literal. Vamos a dejarlo por aquí. Vale, vamos a dejarlo por aquí, porque si no, veo yo que se nos va a ir esto de las manos otra vez y va a salir un capítulo de 2 horas. Y yo voy a seguir ahora grabando otro más, porque es que, madre mía. Los que ya conocéis el juego, pues sabéis lo que es Mass Effect. Sabéis que al principio, bueno, al principio no voy a engañar a nadie. Es un juego en el que se habla mucho, ¿vale? Es un juego en el que se habla mucho y es más, es necesario hablar mucho, porque si no te vas a perder la mitad de las cosas. Seguramente te diviertas más jugándolo que viéndolo. Por eso vuelvo a insistir, si no habéis jugado este juego, estáis tardando. Nada más, muchísimas gracias por acompañarme. Comentarios, lo que queráis, likes si os ha gustado, dislikes si no. Y nos vemos en el siguiente capítulo. Que seáis felices. Adiós.